The movie begins with a group of engineers celebrating a worker's birthday in the workshop. Meanwhile, they notice something odd on the monitor screen. They can see a creature that is coming toward them, so they send a guard to check outside. When he didn't respond, the head went to check on him, but a weird creature attacked him with his claw. These creatures look like a crow that has consumed one of them. Additionally, they kill them one by one. Scene changes where millions of creatures have attacked the world. They are coming from a massive hole in the ground. There is only destruction and devastation everywhere. Even the military is unable to overpower them. This situation occurs when the eclipse happens. People called them demon hordes and also built gates for protection. It takes 24 hours to vanish, but the president orders to make an updated military to face them. After 15 years, people are still in the trauma of creature attacks. However, we are introduced to the first main character, David. He takes out dead animals from the tunnel. Scene changes to the lab, where Laura has adhered to the signs of a coming creature. She also works in the lab when Milton asks her for dinner. He knows that her son will be with his ex-husband this Saturday, so he invites her, and she also agrees. Scene shifts to the school where Tyler, Laura's son, is with her friend. His friend is depressed because tomorrow is the eclipse. Millions of people died on this day. Further, eclipse is the sign of a coming creature. He makes her understand that many eclipses passed. Thus, he asks her to take this eclipse normally. He is going to spend this weekend with his dad, so he is asking her for a date. In the following scene, a soldier got a call of abnormal activity at the facility. When he goes to examine, he realizes that something will happen. Scene changes when David comes to pick up his son. But they can't tolerate each other for a second, which causes their divorce. He takes Tyler from here, and we can see a bonding between son and father. Scene changes to the industry, where systems are ruined without any reason. Scene switches to David's house, where they are watching a movie. At the same time, he gets called by his uncle, and he asks him to come to Bristol with his family before eclipse. On the other hand, fish dying in the North Ocean happened on the Day of Reckoning. The second sign of mass migration has also occurred. Only one signal has left, eclipse, and it will happen tomorrow. The scene changes, and we can see a creature coming out of the door. This scene is happening in the industry where soldiers are working to restrain the demons. The scene changes on the television, where the father is telling the people that God is punishing them. Instead, it's the way to purify the world. At the same time, David got a call from Laura, who asked him to bring Tyler home. Milton has reserved the shelter for them, and they want to go there as soon as possible. On the other hand, Tyler also receives a text from his friend and goes to see her. After a debate, David has made up his mind to drop Tyler off to his mother, but he is not at home, and Laura has also perceived this from his talk. Now, David notes the number from Tyler's book and runs to pick him up. Apart from this, Laura shares her problem with Milton. Milton tracks her son with a computer, and he is in the skate park. Both run to grab him because they don't have time. In the following scene, Tyler is with his friend Maddie, who is worried about tomorrow. Tyler tries to console her that many people have survived, and they can also do it. Meanwhile, people start running from here because mass migration is being seen in the sky. They also follow them, and Tyler comes into contact with his father. Aside from this, David also looked at this mass migration and ran to his son by leaving his car. Scene changes when Laura and Milton also see this mysterious scene. Milton called to reserve his shelter again. Scene shifts to the place where a worker is rectifying the system. However, they listen to a mysterious voice. It's the same horrible creature that attacks the worker. Military officers are also firing on them, but it's futile. In the next scene, David has reached his son. Maddie has no place to go, so he takes her with them. At the same time, Laura has also come here, and they are moving to a shelter. Although David wants to go to his uncle's bunker, he can't convince them. They only have 1 hour to reach the secure place. After going through the traffic, they arrived at the desired location. Whereas, soldiers are allowed only women and children. David asks Tyler, Maddie, and Laura to go inside, and they will arrange their hiding place. Nevertheless, Tyler runs to his father because he can't leave his father alone to die. Meanwhile, shelter has full now. They can't go inside. So they move to David's uncle because it is their last hope. But Milton tells them to hide in the basement, and Tyler opposes this idea because they can catch them here. When they are middle of the road, they look at empty cars. David asked them to search for an open door so that they could hide. Scene changes where millions of demons are coming out from the tunnel. The scene jumps to the present, where they have concluded that there is no open door. So David gathered them and decided to go to his uncle's place. They don't have time to waste, and he plans to drive. Yet, it's Milton's car, so he is not permitting him to move. Meanwhile, the creature who can fly arrives and takes him away. Now, they all sit in the car and move to the bunker. Creatures are roaming the world and causing destruction. Maddie inquires about what these demons are doing here and what they want. Laura responds to her, there are many theories about them that God sends them. Further, they lived in the depths of the ground and came here to punish people for their deeds. Also, they can be killed through salt. They are 20 miles away from their destination, but fuel has run out. They need to grab another car. Luckily, they saw many empty cars, and David went to pick up any of them. He also instructs Lara to run away if something happens to him. David has chosen the vehicle, but there is already someone. He points at the creature that is eating human flesh. They all become cautious. Creature attention was not on them, so David started the car and took it to his family. While shifting to another vehicle, the creature saw them. The strange man who was already in the car throws salt on him. Even though he doesn't die and demon has consumed him. They head to their destination because they can't do anything for him. Scene changes when they reach the deserted area. They are close to David's uncle's bunker. When they arrive, then they knock at the door. Uncle Ted is inside the bunker but is not opening the door. Someone put the gun on his head, so he can't open the door until he allows him. David holds a massive stone and bangs the door with it. They all are trying their best to save their lives. Meanwhile, they look that thousands of creatures are coming toward them by crossing the deserted mountain. When these creatures are about to attack them then, the door opens. They all move into the shelter at the right time. On the other hand, creatures who are outside banging the door horribly. Uncle Ted welcomed them wholeheartedly. However, David also notices the soldier here. We can see this soldier in the industry as well. An uncle introduced Garrett to everyone and also had a fake smile on his face. Tyler also turns on the radio, where they can listen to the screams of people. David turns it off and encourages them that they will be safe till tomorrow. Uncle's wife, Stella, has prepared stew for them, and they enjoy it together. They are also listening to mysterious voices while having a meal. During the meal, the soldier tells his story of working in a refinery for 15 years. Creatures are coming from down south in Louisiana, where he was working. His fellows listen to mysterious voices and look at horrible creatures. They are killing his friends one by one. Fortunately, he runs from there and manages to survive. At the same time, Uncle points at the knife, and David picks the knife. After the meal, Uncle Ted suggests playing cards, but Laura wants to sleep. But David persuades her to play. Meanwhile, the soldier takes out his gun and asks David to put the knife on the table. Garrett takes them hostage after getting inside with the help of Stella. Tyler also attacks him, but he doesn't succeed. Garrett wants to spend here night and also warns them. Maddie tells them to quit because she listens to voices. This voice appears as if it's near. Suddenly a snake-like creature attacks Stella's neck. Uncle Ted protects her, and David snatches the gun from Garrett and shoots at the beast. It doesn't prove effective, so Maddie chops the demon snake with a knife. Besides this, David commands Garrett to sit on his knees, and Tyler binds him. Stella's condition is miserable, and she needs medical assistance. David also sees a monitor screen where the bull type of creature has come. He has concluded that they can come inside within a few minutes. So, they need to hurry to get rid of this place. Uncle Ted's wife is in danger, so Ted is not ready to move from here. Moreover, Garrett reveals that he knows the place where they can go. Garrett also has a car through which they can go to the gate. Everyone doesn't want to go there because this is where they come from. But he ensures that creatures have gone from there. Additionally, there is a safe room to hide, and there will be medical assistance for Stella. So Uncle Ted hands over them his weapons, including a shotgun, grenade launcher, and a street sweeper. They move through the tunnel, and David also opens the main gate. When creatures enter, then he throws a salt gas at them. By availing of the opportunity, they come out of the tunnel and close the door. While moving to the car, they saw a creature with an open mouth. Tyler wants to check on this dead creature, but his family doesn't allow him. At the same time, the creature wraps on Maddie's feet and pulls her toward the hole. Tyler and David save her, and Ted shoots at the beast. David also unties Garrett because they want his assistants to escape this mess. Garrett is also injured, but he doesn't tell them. They also look at the devastation of the world by standing on the mountain. In the following scene, they reach the car, but the car is not starting and creatures are coming toward them from the mountain. They need to hurry, otherwise they can face death. Suddenly, Stella gets mad, and she transforms into a creature. She snatches the gun and tries to kill her, but Uncle Ted persuades her not to do this. Garrett, who has fixed the car, wants to start the vehicle, but Laura doesn't allow him. Apart from this, Stells has moved to creatures, which has torn her apart. They move because they can't stay here. The scene changes and Tyler turns on the radio on his phone. The news anchor updates them that creatures are creating a fuss in the world without taking a break. Only shelters are under control. Now, they have reached the gate, but no one has responded. Regardless, the door is also open, so they become vigilant. When they enter, then they notice that Uncle Ted is injured. Thus, they go to the medical room for Uncle Ted's treatment. Apart from this, David goes with Garrett to fix the system of light. They have treated the wounded of Uncle Ted's back. On the other hand, they have also set the light. While coming back, they saw the dead body. It means the creature has attacked this gate. They return and move the storage room because these rooms are safe. Only 2 hours left. After this, they will go for good. But they know that these 2 hours are going to be challenging. While going to the storage room, they face demons. They kill creatures by shooting, but it has attracted others. After seeing this, Garrett locks himself in the room. He doesn't allow them to get in, so they run and reach the facility. Here David has understood that there is salt water inside the pipe, but the connection has broken, so he wants to redirect the salt water to the circulation tank. David gives his family's protection responsibility to Uncle Ted and Tyler. David enters the pipe and reaches the room where the creature eats a dead soldier. David secretively turns on the wheel and goes from there, but the creature has seen him and started chasing him. He holds his feet, and David throws salt on him, which causes his death. David returns, and there is no one. They have run away because creatures have arrived there. In the following scene, they are surrounded by creatures. Meanwhile, David orders them to turn on the fire alarm. Uncle Ted decides to move, killing the demons with his weapon. Tyler is also killing creatures with his gun. He turns on the alarm, but the beast has killed him. The water salt starts showering on them, and creatures die. Now, the time has over. Creatures are returning, so they want to get rid of this place. Meanwhile, Garrett attacks them and shoots at Tyler's shoulder. When he is about to shoot Laura, then David hits him. Suddenly, a huge creature appears that consumes Garrett. They reach the medical room and prepare water salt gas with the chemical. It kills the demon, and they are safe now. In the last scene, they have survived. Millions of people died in this attack, but some are alive. These people want to fight till their last breath because they are not cowards. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.